this is already looking live. Just the menu alone, like, look at how they're boxing. They're just, look at them. This is the menu alone. Like, this is already more entertaining than all of GPO, all of it. So sometime last week, my friend and I were having a conversation about just getting some content done on the channel. If you're in my Discord or you have me added on Discord, you probably know that I've been trying to get the channel back up and running for some time now. And I'm trying to get back into the streaming, but that's besides the point. So obviously, if you're talking about content on my channel, you're going to be talking about GPO just because of how big GPO was on my channel. And that kind of stemmed the idea for this video. We were kind of talking about what exactly GPO will be, and that spiraled into what is going to kill GPO. And that's how we got to the topic of RELL Seas. So if y'all don't know what RELL Seas is, it's basically another One Piece game that's made by the guys who made Shindo Life, I believe. Yeah, so RELL World, these are the guys who made Shindo Life, and if you know anything about this game, you know at one point it was absolutely massive, and to this day, it's still running with about 20,000 players. So when you have a force this large going to compete against GPO, it's honestly not looking good for them. First of all, let's just start with the initial problems with GPO as a whole, right? The initial problem honestly just comes from the dev team. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When you have a good development group, or I guess a small development team, because it was just faux, and they get to the point where they are so successful to where they don't have to drop consistently anymore, that is where anything will fall off. I don't think there's any game, TV show, YouTube channel, Twitch channel, any of that can drop absolutely nothing for almost a year and then stay on as relevant as they were before. You have to be absolutely massive to do that. Obviously GPO is Roblox, so it's not going to be that large. That is where the initial problem lies. There was a point in time where this game was averaging like 30-40,000 players. It's now down to 10% of that. Like 4K is still good, but obviously the game is losing player base by the month. There is a paywall for a lot of the stuff in the game, like 5K Robux for a Christmas battle pass. I don't know anybody who's paying that. 5K Robux is more than $50 for a battle pass. No shot. If you guys watched my last video, you know that I mentioned the crew, and I believe that thing was like 1,500 Robux just to start a crew. So even if I wanted to get back on the game and bring 10 players with me from my Discord, we literally can't. I mean, technically we could if I wanted to pay $15 for a crew, you know, to make it more community based, but no. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a whole analysis of this game in particular. I already kind of got an idea of where the game was at in my last video. So if you want to go check that out, go ahead. So even though the game is lacking some content, they still have like a die-hard fan base, and it's going to be hard to get rid of them. But I think the nail in the coffin is going to be if they find a better alternative game that is easier for them to migrate to than going to something like as boring as like Blocks Fruits. And I really think that's what RELL Seas is about to be. Let's just take a second to go peek at RELL Seas. Off rip, when I look up RELL Seas, I scroll down and they have like an entire hour-long video. I'm guessing this is just dedicated to straight lore. Look at this. They have like a whole thing of them just cooking up the game. In terms of community input and feedback, this is already better. You have an entire video, an hour long, worth of you just making this game for us to just look at and give input into, and I guarantee they're checking these comments. They kind of have like a little bit of an advantage because they have 2 million subscribers off of them making multiple games. If y'all don't know, these guys have been in the Roblox game industry for so long now. Even in the comments, we can already see, thank you so much for being the first One Piece Roblox game that's not a bandit beater. I love all the details. 1 minute, I'm already blown away. This game might be the one to kill GPO. Let's just take a little inspection. Let's just see. Where are my headphones at? I actually have not watched this video. This is my first time watching this, so I'm not gonna look at the whole thing. I'm just gonna try to get an idea of what we're looking at. What is RELL Seas? RELL Seas is a complete 180 direction from the traditional Roblox RPG. Off of that sentence alone, they're calling out every bandit beater. You can scan the player build right here. We're here to innovate and bring quality content. They're already calling y'all out. The RELL Seas effect. Since the start of Roblox RPGs, a majority of the popular games on the platform followed a formula that works, the bandit beater. So as I said before, they are already calling the bandit beater games out. Not just GPO. GPO is not the only game that does this. They're just a game that followed the formula. This formula requires no level of thinking and is meant for younger audiences. I agree. Since when can you scroll on full screen? What? Okay, my fault. I'm getting sidetracked. Look at the cutscene. Was that Itachi? Okay, yeah, so they made Shindo. This is Shindo's little intro if y'all don't know who RELL is. Like, these guys are pretty large. So they're giving us a sneak peek at the menu here, and this is already looking live. Just the menu alone, like, look at how they're boxing. They're just, look at them. This is the menu alone. Like, this is already more entertaining than all of GPO, all of it, the whole thing, the whole formula. So we can see here, this is just basic customization. I'm not gonna do too much of the glaze on here. This is basic customization, nothing going on crazy. But I do feel like customization is a large part of a game. Like, in modern day Roblox, if you want to have a game like this, one of these anime games, you have to be able to kind of mix the anime that you're going for and then player input so they can merge, because everybody wants to have their own character in the anime game that they're playing. Like, if I could have a character of me in One Piece, obviously I'm gonna want to do that. So when I jump on a One Piece game, I want to be able to make my own person. So character customization is like a must-have in games. It's a baseline thing. Oh, you can, did I just see equipment? So you can get, okay, so you can get starting equipment without paying. Word. Like I said, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. I just want to see like a quick skip through of like what information can we get from this.
Testers for RELL Seas. Now, getting testers is very simple. You just fill out an application, but don't apply. I want you guys not to apply if you're not here to test the game. It's not a game that you play. Testing, we're going to be testing map issues, ultimately like everything in the game. How we're doing testers is through Discord applications. We're going to have waves of testers. You don't need to buy the subscription.
Like I said earlier with community input, these guys are taking testers from their community. This is not like random YouTubers. They are taking people who are within the community, pulling them in to test, and then sending them out. Hey, this is what happened. This is honestly a good approach. Discord is capped at 750,000 applications. Are you serious? I have a certain category of games that I consider platinum on Roblox. Pokemon Brick Bronze was one of them. I would honestly put, what was before Shindo Life? I forgot what it was before Shindo Life. They had another Naruto game prior to Shindo Life, and then they made Shindo Life off of like a copyright issue. That game, platinum. You guys see where I'm going with this? It's like the extremely good games on the site that reached platinum status. The game itself didn't follow the trend. It became a trend, obviously, after the games became massive, but it wasn't the trend. And I feel like that's exactly what this is about to be. This game is looking kind of ridiculous.
Linear progression. Mostly you will think about taking a quest, going to a spot.
It's a Bicento right there. You guys see that?
Same spot over and over, multiple to like 20 times just to get to the next quest. Alright, so linear progression is basically progression that makes you do the same thing over and over. That's the term on Roblox. We want to make it so that you can progress with anything. If you want to go chop down trees to progress, go chop down trees. If you want to go cook, go cook. If you want to go fish, go fish.
I don't want to use Minecraft as an example, but it kind of is a good example. In Minecraft, like, there are multiple ways to get XP. If I pull ore out of a furnace, I get XP. If I go kill something, I get XP. Where you can get progression by doing everything in the game, and you can do what you want to do and still get levels. This is a better way to approach it than what GPO is doing. Okay, so they are taking the RPG approach. Y'all see this on the UI right here, where you get a little bit of everything. You have points for everything. This is the approach I think GPO would benefit from. They kind of have it with skill points, but that's not really like talents. Like, you don't get rewarded for doing different things. Honestly, I'm not catching anything about the game, but look at just the raw content they have planned within the Discord. This is just tough. Now, RELL Seas does have an advantage as far as content because it's completely new. So obviously their content is going to be a lot larger than what GPO is releasing. So I'll give GPO the benefit of the doubt there. I still just think that they're going to have to step it up. Like, GPO dying, I'm not going to say it's 100%, but it's looking so likely with how the games are looking. It's a lot of new games that are coming out. RELL Seas is not the only game that could kill GPO. It's just the closest one because it's literally the same anime. With that being said, I'm gonna wait it out, honestly. I think the best thing we can do is wait it out and see what happens to GPO. As of right now, they're averaging about 3,000-4,000 players a day, so I think they know they're on edge. I think they know that. With all the videos coming out with them saying, is GPO falling off? Is GPO this? Is GPO that? I'm sure they caught wind of it already, and they're probably working on it. We'll see what happens in the long run. But I think that's all for today. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about that because of the conversation me and my friend had. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video, whenever that is. You can catch me over on my main channel sometime this week or next week. Link in the description. But yeah, make sure to like and sub if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.